Hey everybody, this is Pratsky, and I am going to be attempting kind of my first official just experimental game with Shadows of Brimstone to see if I can remember the rules that I have read over the last few days and see how it goes. So this is not a season by any means. I'm not starting a campaign. I'm just kind of playing through here and posting it to see if y'all check it out and end up correcting any rules that I get wrong. So this is very much potential for me to just absolutely butcher the rules here and how things work. I hope not, but we'll give it a try here. So I got everything set up for the most part. I've got all my cards, even though they're not in frame. There's all the dice. And I selected the Lawman and the Indian Scout, which are ready here. And we'll go through the setup of the characters as far as what all needs to be done here. I've got my side bags ready, and I need to get the starting gear for each. So as we can see here, the Lawman has the Peacekeeper pistol and the Sheriff's badge. So I'm going to grab the starting gear deck and find his stuff here. I know we're going to have to pull out the old lantern. Peacekeeper pistol and the Sheriff's badge. Okay, and then for the Indian Scout, we need the carbine and Indian hatchet, which are here and here. All right, I gotta make some more room. Okay, and then one person needs to take the old lantern, and let's just go ahead and give it to the Lawman. I know this is kind of cut off, but I don't think it needs to be seen all that well. Then each character needs to draw a random personal item. So let's see what they get. We'll draw for the Lawman first, and he's got a ribbon. +1 to agility. At the end of each adventure, you may remove 1 corruption from yourself. And our Indian Scout has the Bear Claw. Once per turn, you may re-roll a single willpower roll. All right. And then I believe we get to draw one of the starting, what are these things called? Abilities, skills for each. So we'll start with the Lawman. He's got Iron Will, Strong Leadership, and Frontier Justice. Let's see. Use 1 grit to cancel the Darkness card on the D6 roll of 4, 5, or 6. Use 1 grit to add 3 damage. I really have no idea since I haven't played. I know it seems like the Darkness cards are not great. Use 1 grit to cancel a Darkness card on the D6 roll. So I assume I spend a grit and we'll roll a D6, and as long as I get a 4, 5, or 6, that card is canceled. That could be good. This also seems pretty decent to add 3 extra damage once per hit. I don't know. I guess we'll maybe try to play it safe and go the Iron Will. See, this thing is guaranteed, though. 1 grit equals +3 damage. This is not. That's like a 50% chance, but from what I know, those Darkness cards could be bad, so I guess we'll go with Iron Will. Why not? And then for our Indian Scout, we've got Cavalry Scout, Heightened Senses, and Savage Attack. Let's see, 1 grit to gain +2 combat till the end of turn. I believe combat, the dice are used with the melee, so you'd be rolling 4 dice. That could be good. Once per turn, you may re-roll a single to hit roll. Ooh. That could be used every time. All right, we're going to go with Heightened Senses. All right, put those back. And what else do we got to do? Every character gets a grit token. And then they get to choose a bandage. I think it's between a bandage, a whiskey, and a dynamite. So, let's see. I think we'll take let's go with a bandage on Indian Scout, and we'll go with dynamite on our Lawman. Oh, he's going in the side bag. Oh, let's see. What else am I missing? Got a personal item, grit, starting upgrade, side bag. Got the old lantern assigned to the Lawman. Okay, so our depth track is all set up. We've got our hero posse marker on the mine entrance, our darkness token thingy on the darkness start. Now we got to place our characters on the mine entrance, which I believe can be these back four or these two. Got my exploration tokens all shuffled and ready to go. So I think we're good. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get started and see what happens here. So the first phase of every turn is to hold back the darkness. So I think we've got to do that for this first thing here before anybody gets started. So let's go ahead and do it. So I believe I need to roll a 7 or higher for this one here. And I got a 9. So we're good there. And now our heroes will get to go. Actually, technically everything goes, but it's in initiative order. So Indian Scout is always going to go first here with his initiative of 5. So we'll roll for move. Wow, 6. He's also got fast, which is +1 move, but I don't think we can go any further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with him, we might as well do looking through a door. So I believe what we do here is draw a map card, which is Waterfall Room. So I need to find this now. All right. A lot of green stuff going on in there. Oh, I think this is it. That looks right. Okay, and the entrance, or where we're getting onto this tile, is right there. So it's going to be like this. Come on. Okay, there we go. We'll put an exploration token on it. And I don't think that yeah, that's right. We don't roll on the doors yet until we get to that phase, I believe. So I think we got to keep this out. I'm not going to do this advanced stuff yet. So there we go. That ends our Indian Scout's turn. And now we will roll for movement on Lawman. And we got a 3. So he'll move up. 1, 2, 3. And we may as well have him scavenge. So if I recall, to do that, we roll 3d6, and any d6s are a successful scavenge, and we'll draw a scavenge card. Did I say d6s? Any 6 results. There. Ooh, look at that. We got 2. So this deck is all shuffled up, so we'll draw 2 scavenge cards. First one is something shiny. There's something back there. Roll a d6. Okay. We got a 6. Draw an artifact card. I feel like I just got super lucky on that. I'm not going to be doing a campaign, so we're not going to take any XP for this. But let's go ahead and draw ourselves an artifact card. The Amulet of Heimgall. Once per adventure, add an extra d6 damage to a single hit. Sweet. I feel like this stuff is out of view. It is. Let me adjust a bit here. Should be a little bit better. Got a little glare over here, but we'll deal with it. All right. So that was pretty awesome. So we'll discard that. Nope, I don't know what I'm doing there. This is gonna get reshuffled in. Our second scavenge card is Hideous Discovery. Poking around in the shadows, you see something that chills you to the bone. You quickly return to the group, refusing to speak of what you found. Take 3 horror hits. Lose 2 sanity for each horror hit failed. Well, that doesn't sound great. Let's see. I don't think I have anything that can really help me with that. The bear claw would have been great. But, so we got 3 horror hits. So I look at my willpower, which is 4+. I'll roll a d6 for each hit, and I need a 4 or higher to basically block the hit. Let's see what we get. All right, so I got 1 block and 2 that did not block. So I'll need to take 2 sanity for each failure, so that's a total of 4. So grab 4 sanity tokens here. Put them on my sheet. I don't know where they go. Maybe there. All right, and then these get reshuffled back into the scavenge deck. And we take a scavenged token and stick it on the tile to mark that it's been scavenged. And that is it for our turns. Then we go to the, what's the phase called? Room exploration, perhaps? And so I think what we do here is take a look at this exploration token, which is attack. So we've got 1 gate, which for this particular mission here, we're just going to treat it as a single door. So I think we resolve that first. So I'll roll a d6 and we'll see where our door is at. 4. So it's going to be right here. So we will block off the other 2. And then it's an attack. I am guessing I need to draw a threat card for that. So with 2 heroes, oh, that's another thing. I'm supposed to get 1 revive token for a group. And I will draw a low threat. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here's our threat card. 1 slasher. Okay, so I'll grab a slasher over here. And then, let's see, so when placing enemies, you start at the back left, I think, which would be here. And I don't know if it gets placed on that or not, but we'll do that just in case. Let me know if that's wrong. I'm not sure. And then what do we do with these things? Are these, I know we don't put them back in the stack. Are they discarded or do they stay here on the tile? I don't recall. Let's just, I guess, discard it for now. Stick it over there. And we got to pull the monster sheet for our slasher here. All right, so he's got abilities. Fear 2. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 2 horror hits. And Chitin Plating. Critical hits only reduce the slasher's defense to 2 rather than 0. He's got 4 defense, 6 health. This is a large enemy, so interesting start here. Right. I have no idea how this is going to go. So that is over. And I believe now, since it's not an ambush... No, ambush just places them around. Do they attack right off the bat? Crap. I don't remember exactly what happens here. An exploration token with attack is revealed, draw a threat card. Alright, so I'm going to move forward on the assumption that they don't start the attack immediately right now. That the turn has ended, we've done our room exploration phase, and now we need to start a new turn, and I would need to hold back the darkness. So let's go ahead and do that. Need a 7 or higher. Got a 6, so that is a fail. Oh, we do need to move our posse token up 1 because we revealed a new tile. And then the darkness goes like so. Since there's no blood splatter or growing dread, nothing happens there. All right, now everything's going to move based on initiative. And ties in initiative monsters will be able to go first. So it's going to go Indian Scout with 5, Slasher 4, Lawman 4. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to roll for move. Let's see what we're going to do with that. Maybe get a grit. Nope. So I got 3. He's got movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get to me. So what I'm thinking actually is I want to stay out of his movement range. So I believe if I actually back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he cannot get to me there. And I've got a range of 8 on the carbine here. So I might as well see if I can get some shots off on this dude here and see what we can do. All right, so I will use the carbine. I've got range of 8, so I'm within range. I've got 3 shots, which means rolling 3 dice. And I can re-roll a 2-hit roll with my heightened senses. And I think that's all I got for abilities. So let's see if I hit. And I need a 4+. Okay, so we got 1. And I'm going to use heightened senses to re-roll one of these. No, another failure. Okay, so only 1 got through. Now I'm going to roll for damage. Since there's nothing listed here on the carbine, I believe I just roll a d6 for damage. And I will need to get... Oh wait, did I roll a 6? I think I rolled a 6. Oh, shoot. You need to know this because was it a critical hit or not? Well, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but I kind of feel like I got a 6. So we'll consider it a critical, which reduces his defense to 2. So that means to do a single damage at least, I need to get a 3 or higher. 5. All right, so then if his defense is 2, then we take the difference and do 3, and so he takes 3 wounds. We'll just set it here since there's just one of them. All right, so Indian Scout's turn is over. It is now the Slasher's turn. He's going to move 5 to get, well, nobody's in range. So I'm pretty sure he'll just move. Let me see if I can verify that real quick here. All right. So the first enemy would normally target a random hero that they can reach within their move distance. Any enemies that cannot reach a hero will move as far as they can. Perfect. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, great. That is awesome that we're not getting attacked here. Now it's the Lawman's turn, so we are definitely going to take his Peacekeeper pistol and see what we can do. I'm not going to use my Sheriff's badge. I need a better time for that for sure. Let's see, I will get laying down the law so I can re-roll 1 to hit roll. So let's see what we can do. So it's 3 shots. We need 4 or higher. That's just 1. So I will use laying down the law and re-roll this. Nice. So we've got 2 hits. Neither of them are criticals. So I'm going to do the first hit, obviously, onto the slasher, and we will need a 5 or higher to do any damage at all. Oh, sweet. So takes this down to a 2 with his 4 defense, so he will take 2 wounds. So he's actually at a total of 5. So if I can just roll a 5 or higher here, he will be dead, and that would be awesome. So second hit. Hey, there we go. So he gets his 6th wound, and he only has 6 health, so he is dead. I would normally gain some XP for this, but we're not keeping track of that for now. But I'm just happy that he is gone. All right, now we can do the, it's not take a breather. What is it called? Come on, where are you? It's like, take a breath. Catch your breath. There we go. Each hero heals D3 wounds or sanity mix. And they both have activated this turn. So there's really nothing left to do for the Indian Scout. But we can definitely see if we can get rid of some of the sanity loss. So it's a D3. So 4 would be 2. So we'll recover 2 sanity. And now he's just at 2 loss there. All right, so that was pretty awesome. I'm happy with that. Turns are over, so we will roll to hold back the darkness. I got a 7, perfect. That's what we needed. So we're okay there, and now we'll take our turns. Indian Scout will go first. Let's roll for movement. 2. He does have a +1 move, so we'll take advantage of that. 1, 2, 3. And do we want to, I mean, yes, we absolutely want to scavenge. Let's see if we can do it. Nothing. And I don't think that you add a scavenged tile if you don't get any successes at all. So we're going to go on that assumption. Now, next is the Lawman. Roll for movement. We got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will definitely scavenge again. All right, there's 1. Perfect. Let's just go ahead and mark it so I don't forget. And we'll draw a card. Nothing here. The room appears to have nothing of value. Nothing to find. All right, turn is over. We'll hold back the darkness. We got an 8, perfect. Now Indian Scout's turn, we'll roll for move. Got a 2, so with the +1 is 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And he can't scavenge or anything, so he's just stuck there chilling out. Lawman for move. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He didn't even get to the point where he can look to the door either. So that is it for the turn. Now we'll hold back the darkness. 7. Perfect. It's going well on that. Indian Scout's turn. Roll for move. 5. All right, so all we can get to is the edge here. And we will definitely look through the room. Look through a door. I want to make sure I get the terminology right. All right, let's see what we got. The track stop. All right, let's find that. That's not it. Okay, so let's find the track stop here. There we go. Totally dropped a tile. Okay, and our entrance into this tile is right there. Already running out of room here. Okay, we'll stick an exploration token on there. And he is right there. All right. Now his turn is over. Lawman will go. He gets a 3. Now, I've heard that sometimes it can be a good idea to do something like that and try to help prevent enemies from coming in behind you. So let's go ahead and try that out and see how that works. And now we go to the room exploration phase. Let's roll to see where our door is going to be at. 5. So it's going to be coming out of here. So we'll put an end cap on that. And this is our door. No, I should not have done that. I need to flip this first because there could be 2 doors, which there is not. All right, so we're okay. There's only 1 door. We did find a clue. I guess I forgot to mention in this first mission here, we need to find 2 clues. And then once we found our second clue, we're going to draw a high threat card and see how it goes. But in this case, there's no attack. We did find our clue. We've got our door taken care of. And we need to draw 2 encounter cards. So let's see how that goes. First card, a crack in space. Shimmering and shining across the room, a crack has torn in the fabric of space and time. Through it, you gaze into infinity. 1 second. All right, just want to make sure my audio is still tracking here. Okay, back to the card. We need to do a Spirit 6+ test. And let's see, well, I gotta look at this icon right here. I forget exactly what those mean, and the one with the multiple people is every hero must take this test. Well, let's go ahead and start with our Indian Scout. He's got a Spirit of 3, so he's gonna roll 3 dice, and we're looking for a 6 or higher, but it's not gonna be any higher than that. So let's see what we can do. Come on, buddy. Nice, we got one. If successful, gain 20 XP, and you may recover a grit as you steel yourself against the cosmic horror that awaits. Okay. Well, we are good there, and we will recover a grit. He's at his max. Now for our Lawman, he's only got a Spirit of 1, so we got to get lucky here. Let's see what we can do. We failed. If failed, lose D8 insanity, ignoring willpower. Youch. Let's hope we roll low here. 5. Okay, so we'll add on 5 to that. So we're at a total of 7 out of 12. Okay, so that wasn't awesome. And this says any hero ending their move on this map tile must encounter crack in space again. So I'm assuming this must stay out. I thought that there were some cards that said like stay in play or something like that, which this doesn't say, but I don't know what else this would mean. So I guess we got to keep this out, and we're not in good position for that. That kind of stinks. Okay, now we'll draw our second encounter. Prospector. You find an old prospector in the mines. He looks at you with a suspicious glare. Cunning 5+. So here we've got just a singular icon, which means that we get to pick. So Lawman has cunning of 4. Indian Scout has cunning of 2. So choice is very clear here. We're going to have the Lawman do it. He gets to roll 4 dice, and we're just looking for a 5+. We got a 6, so we're good there. If successful, he uses his medical supplies to heal D3 wounds from each hero. We don't have any wounds. If failed, he goes crazy. All right, so we're okay there. I wish he would heal my sanity, though. Then, a random hero needs to test luck +5. So we're going to say evens on Lawman, odds on Indian Scout. It's odds, so it's going to be Indian Scout. He's got a luck of 2. Crap, I wish it was a Lawman. So we're looking for a 5+, and we fail. So let's see here. If failed, he falls to his knees and explodes in a shower of gore as something bursts out of him. Attack. We got the Tentacles. Oh man, I feel like this really stinks for this crack in space thing. Any hero ending their move on this map tile. Okay, so I'm a bit confused here. I'm not sure if because we are on the map tile, ending their move on this map tile. I don't know if I'm supposed to just do this a second time for both of them right now, or if this stays in play. You know what? I'm gonna look at the encounters real quick, and okay, so there's this remains in play. That's what I was thinking. It doesn't have that, which I would think it would. So I'm gonna make the call that since both my heroes ended their movement, that they need to do this a second time. So let's go ahead and do that. So we need a Spirit of 6. We'll start with our Indian Scout again. So we need 3 dice here at a 6+. Come on, get it. Nope, he didn't. So he's going to take D8 sanity. Lose it. Ouch, 6. All right, and then for our Lawman, this could be bad right here. This could be really bad. Need a 6. Oh, it was so close. So, come on, roll low. An 8. This is not good. So I'm already at 5, 6, 7. 8 would be 15. That goes beyond what I've got here. So I believe I am knocked out. Let's see if I can find the right tile here. Yes. I hope I'm playing this right, but on the same end, I kind of hope I'm not, because this just seems like it should be the easiest mission possible, and I'm getting destroyed. Okay, so now I'm not sure exactly what happens when I'm knocked out. So let me just see if I can look it up real quick. Come on here. Where are you? All right, so I'm not finding it. Recovering from being KO'd. Any hero that was KO'd during the fight now gets to recover. So that's after a fight. And technically, I think the fight hasn't started yet, because technically this Prospector would be drawn after. So let's see here. I know it's somewhere. area. There we go. Being KO'd. If a hero ever has wounds equal to their health or sanity damage equal to their sanity, they are immediately knocked out, and no more wounds or sanity damage will be applied. Remove the hero model from the board and place a KO'd hero marker on the space. Other models may freely move into and through the space with a KO'd hero. Excuse me. At the end of any turn, when there are no enemies on the board, a KO'd hero may recover. That hero places their model back on the board, removing the KO'd hero marker and pushing any model that was in their space into an adjacent space. Then they roll on the injury chart. Okay. They also get to heal 2d6 wounds or sanity. Okay, so then... let's see here. So I think then what happens is that we're still on a turn. So we need to complete this Prospector deal. So I'm going to roll the peril die. And we got a 4. So we've got 4 tentacles coming out. Grab a card for the tentacles. And we got to get 4 out here. All right, so going from the back left, I believe 1 goes there. We're doing a checkerboard pattern, so the next would go there. Next would go there and there. All right, sweet. I hope we're doing this right. Now, this turn should be over. These encounters discarded. And since it is the end of the turn, I can recover. I've never done this before, so I think there should maybe be one of these sheets that has... There we go, injury chart. Maybe it's on the back of this. Madness chart, all right. So 2d6. $10. Hopefully there's not something bad that happens with doubles here. It doesn't seem to say. Okay, so we'll add them up. 10, hearing voices. They're telling you to kill again. Anytime you end your move adjacent to another hero, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, that hero takes 3 hits, and you lash out at them. So is this a permanent thing? Like, do I need to is there a card for this? Or do I need to jot it down somewhere? I mean, it's gotta be a permanent thing. I'm just curious what the best way to remember that is. So end your move adjacent to another hero. Well, I don't think this is going to matter too much to have to remember it long term because this is just a one-off mission here. So I'll try to remember it, but yeah. So we're hearing voices here. Interesting. Okay. And then I get to roll 2d6 and recover that amount of sanity. Oh, look at that, 12. So since you can't take more than your sanity max, I'm at 12, so I get to recover all of it. What a roll. Okay, so we are back in business. And now we get to go in initiative order. So Indian Scout is going to go first. We'll roll... Oh, no. We need to hold back the darkness. 10. We got it. Oh, and we also advanced to the second tile, so I forgot to do that. All right, so Indian Scout will roll for movement. 1. So he would normally recover a grit here, but he's at max already. So I could use it to add another movement roll. So let's see. Move on the tentacles is 6, so I feel like there's no reason to keep falling back further, so maybe I'll just move up a little bit closer to him, but not adjacent. Okay. So I got a total of 2 move with my fast is 3. So let's go ahead and move 1, 2. Let's just move there for now. Yeah, why not? At least I think. Well, yeah, I was going to say maybe I could get here and go to town with the Indian hatchet, but we don't have enough movement to get there. So we're going to stay right there. We're going to use our carbine. And we're going to roll 3. I don't know what I do with this. So I guess I'll set it here. All right, so come on, let's do this. So 4 or higher. We got 1. I can use my heightened senses to reroll 1, or I could use a grit to reroll both. I don't have any other uses of grit, so I guess I might as well. Let's try it out. Ugh. All right, so only 1 total hit. And on these tentacles, they've got a defense of 2. So I just need a 3 or higher to do damage to any of them. And I might as well select... let's go with this guy right here as our target. So rolling a d6 for damage. Okay, we got a 5 minus their 2 defense is 3. So I got close, but wasn't enough to take them out. I guess we'll put these 3 by him. Okay, Indian Scout is done. Next we'll go with the Lawman. Roll for movement. 4. I don't think I really want to move up. I don't want to move adjacent because of my hearing voices issue that I've got, and I've got plenty of range with my Peacekeeper pistol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can hit everything. So I might as well just stay there, and let's take some shots. All right, so well, actually, should I throw the dynamite? That would be kind of interesting, though. Would that be a waste at this point? Should I save it for something worse? Maybe I'll save it for something worse. All right, so we're going to take some shots here. We need 4 pluses. Oops, that was a 6. So that is a critical and a 5. And then I get to laying down the law, reroll 1 of these. 4, awesome. That's 3 hits, 1 being a critical. So I think let's start off with the critical against this guy right here. So we get to bypass the defense, so 4 or higher would kill him. Awesome. So he is dead. That's 1. Next I'll use just a regular shot on this guy, see if we can take him out. We need a 3 or higher to do that. 2, that was a failure. So let's just try to take this guy out again with this 3rd shot. All right, we got a 6. That's more than enough. Wish I would have gone for a different guy in this case, but that's fine. So we got 2 of the 4 gone. All right, next we've got the Tentacles. So they've got Smash. Tentacle to hit rolls of 6, ignore a hero's defense. All right, so they basically get a critical. And they're going to start off by figuring out who's in range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everybody's in range. So we're going to start with this guy since he's closest, and we're going to choose a random hero. So Lawman even, Indian Scout odd. That's odd, so we're going to go Indian Scout first. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. It seems like they want to get behind to open up availability. So I'm not sure if it's perfectly legal in the game to go here or here. I think this spot might count. Is that 50%? Yeah, I think so. So it's a tough call. Let me know if you have any thoughts there, but we'll do that for now. And we'll use the tentacles facing to kind of show the target. And with our second one, it will target hero with the least amount of people targeting it, which would be the Lawman. So it's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and target the Lawman. All right, so let's start with the one that's targeting the Indian Scout right here. They've got a combat of 3, so they're going to be rolling 3 dice, and each successful hit, will do 3 damage if not blocked. So let's see what he does. He needs a 4 or higher. Oh, that's awesome. 3 misses. So our Indian Scout is very safe here. Next up against the Lawman, same deal. And that's only 1 hit. Now let's see if our Lawman can block it. He's got a defense of 4+. I don't think he's got anything else that will help against that. So let's roll it up and see if we can block it. And we can. Sweet, nothing. So turn is over. And now we will hold back the darkness. 7, just enough. Perfect. All right, now we're starting with the Indian Scout. Since he's got initiative, we will roll for movement. 5. Oh, what's going to be better here? So our Indian Hatchet uses combat of 2, so he'll only be rolling 2. Or I could use the Carbine and roll 3. The Indian Hatchet has the benefit of having a +1 damage. But is that better overall? I'm not entirely sure. You know what? Let's just... Nah, I'm going to stay there because I sort of feel like with the Lawman's abilities, since you have to roll for move every time, even if I don't move, I think it's considered ending my move, and I would be adjacent to the Indian Scout if he was here. So I'll just stay put and use the Carbine. So we're rolling ranged 4+. All right, that's only 1, and I'll use heightened senses to re-roll another one. That's nothing. All right. Now, when I'm doing ranged, if there's anything melee, I need to target that first, I believe. So I'm going to target this tentacle here. And we need a full... Oh, shoot. What did I roll on that? I don't think it was a 6. So I'll need a full 6 in order to kill him. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. So 6 minus his 2 defense is 4, and he only has 4 health, so he is dead. Sweet. Lawman is next. He's going to use... He doesn't have any melee, so... Well, I guess he could use his fists, but we're not going to do that because Peacekeeper Pistol is better. Let's roll for movement. 5. You know what? We might as well move. Oh, nope, never mind. I was thinking something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's still 1, 2, 3. He's still in range, so we're good there. And let's roll our pistol. Need a 4+. So we got 2, and we'll use our laying down the law to re-roll 1. All right, it was a 3, so that doesn't work. So we've got 2 hits against that guy right there. Let's see what we can do. First is a 6. All right, so he's dead. Rolling well on those. All right, so tentacles are taken care of. And that's it for the turn. So we get to hold back the darkness here. And that's a failure. So it moves up here, and there's a blood splatter, which I believe means we draw a darkness card. So let's go ahead and draw that and resolve it. Power of the Void. All void enemies now +1 combat remains in play. All right. So I guess we'll set this here for now. I'm glad it's not an attack. And we can do our turns. So Indian Scout is going to go first. Let's roll for movement. 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And I feel like I need to stay there because our Lawman has that issue to deal with. I hope I'm dealing with that correctly. I'm going to read it one more time. Anytime you end your movement, or you end your move adjacent to another hero, roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, the hero takes 3 hits as you lash out at them. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So I'm gonna keep my distance. And this tile has not been scavenged, so let's see if we can find something. And there's 1. Let's see what we find. Small find. You find a small scattering of coins stained with blood. 10 XP and 50 coins. We're not going to keep that, of course, because it's not going to do us anything. But at least it wasn't bad. And then our Lawman will go, roll for movement. He gets 4. He's going to stay right there, and he's going to look through the door. And let's see what we see. Long passage. No exploration token. All right, so let's pull a long passage. And we'll put it right there. Okay. Interesting. So I think that's all we can do with that. So turn ends, and oh, you know what we didn't do? Is I didn't do the take a breath. So both heroes had gone that last turn, so I get to roll a d3 with both of these guys. Doesn't make sense to do it in the Lawman, but let's see if we can get rid of some of the sanity damage. And that's 3. So we will get rid of the 5 and take 2. So we're down to just 3 sanity loss on our Indian Scout. That was great. All right, so let's hold back the darkness. That is a failure. Oh crap, I got another tile. Keep forgetting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're good with the hero posse marker. And this moves up 1. All right, now we've got our Indian Scout rolling for movement. 3 + 1. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think that passageways can be scavenged. Yeah, you can scavenge any tile except one with an unrevealed exploration token on it. And since this doesn't have an exploration token, I'm assuming we can't. So we'll just stay put, and then hopefully our Lawman here can get to the door. So rolling for movement. That's only 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's not great. How do we want to do that? You know, let's just take the risk. And we'll move right there. He is adjacent, so I need to roll a d6 and hopefully not get a 1 or a 2. Perfect, no problem. Okay, turn round is over there, so we'll hold back the darkness. We got an 8, so we're okay. And Indian Scout goes first. Ooh, got stuck. All right, so we've got 3 + 1 with our fast is 4, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to stop there. And we're going to look through the door. Excavation chamber. All right, let's find that. And our entrance is going to be right here. This place is getting big. And we'll stick an exploration token on there. And keep this out. All right, then our Lawman is going to go and roll for movement. 2. So talking through this here, I could do it and take the risk. And if everything went well, I guess even if it doesn't go well, we're blocking this. Is that really going to be worth it or not? I'm not sure. So I actually might decide to not move here. And we'll just stay there. All right. Then we will do our room exploration. And don't be bad, please. Ooh. So it's an attack. Oh, actually, okay. So we found our clue. I think this is perfect. My understanding is that we have to ignore any sort of attack or doors. I think we close it off. Let me just make sure here. When the second clue icon is revealed, ignore any encounter or attack on the token, as well as any doors. The objective room has no exits. Instead, the heroes must draw a high threat card to fight, as a large group of creatures has been attracted by the Dark Stone. All right, so let's center this a little bit. We can discard that. Close off these, and we'll draw a high threat. 2 medium threat cards. Okay. First is 1 Slasher and Paradise of Hellbats. Okay, so pull our Slasher here, and let's see how many Hellbats. 4 Hellbats. Now I'm trying. Okay, so we need to look at their initiative to determine who goes first. So here's our Hellbats. Here's our Slashers. So the Hellbats would go first, so they actually get placed last. Hope I'm understanding that correctly. All right, so our Slasher will be placed first. So the back, this is the left if you're looking in. So he will go there. And we'll grab some Hellbats here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's looking a little crowded. And our second medium, 2 Paradise of Hungry Dead and 2 Corpse Piles. I feel like this isn't looking good for our heroes. Okay, so let's roll our Paradise twice. A 3 and a 3. Well, we got kind of lucky there. So, man, we are just filling up here. All right, so there's our Hungry Dead. And make some space for our Corpse Pile here. Okay, and also, since we are on our final little fight here, I think normally if we had some Growing Dread cards, we would have to resolve those, but we don't. So I don't think there's anything that needs to be done. So I think we just place everything, and actually, here's another question. Would love an answer to this. I can look it up too, see if I can find it. But if this says draw 2 medium threat cards, do you draw them both and then place everything, or do you draw one, place it, and then draw another? I'm not sure. But since we've placed these already, we'll just go with it here. So the Hungry Dead and Corpse Piles. Hungry Dead has the higher initiative, so they will be placed last. So Corpse Pile will be placed first. So we've got one there, and then one right there. And then we need to place 6 Hungry Dead. So 1, 2, 3. I think that we actually need to go, like, since it's not an ambush, I think we need to place them on this tile. Because nothing else fits in the checker. So I think we go back and start filling in the gaps. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. I hope I did that right. This looks awful. Yeah, I don't think this is good at all. We got this void enemies. Are any of these guys void? The Hellbats are, and that's it. So I got to remember that they've got an extra combat. Oh man, I think this would be a good time for some dynamite. But let's see. So, okay, so we placed everything. Then the turn ends, and we need to. Wait a second, though. That was the Indian Scout's turn. And enemies have been... Nope, it wasn't. Never mind. You resolve this at the end of a turn, which we did. Okay, so we're okay. So we'll roll to hold back the darkness. 5. So I have to draw darkness. Chill of the Grave. All undead enemies are now +1 initiative and +1 combat. That's corpse piles and Hungry Dead. But where is it here? Thought I had something interesting. There we go. Use 1 grit to cancel a darkness card on a d6 roll of 4, 5, or 6. Let's see if we can cancel this and use our grit for it. This would be awesome. Come on, 4, 5, or 6. 4. We got it. So that's canceled. Sweet. All right. Let's see how this fight goes. So we go in initiative order, which means that the Hellbats are going to go first because they're at 6. And let's look at their abilities. They got Flight. Hellbats move through other models and change targets each turn. And Nightmarish, for every hit done by a Hellbat, the hero also takes 1 horror hit. And they are void, so they've got +1 combat. This seems pretty awful. Man. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. So they've got a movement of 12. So they're both in range. So let's start by picking, we'll have this one go and pick a random. So evens Lawman, odds Indian Scout. It's a 1, so that's Indian Scout. So he will move 1, 2, 3, 4. He's targeting the Indian Scout. The next one is going to target our Lawman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one is going to target a random. So evens Lawman, odds Indian Scout. It's even, so it's going to go after Lawman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to go after the Indian Scout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This kind of stinks too, because now as far as using dynamite, I was really kind of hoping to get at those Hellbats, but that's not looking great as an option anymore. All right, so then Hellbats are going to go first. on an attack here, and let's go against the Indian Scout. So they've got that +1 combat, so they're each going to be rolling 4 attack. So I think we can roll them all together, and I can roll 8 since it's 2 against him. All right, so they need a 3 or higher. So this is not looking good. Wow. So we've got 3 that are misses, but we've got 5 that are hits. 1 is a critical, but there's no option for that, so it's not. It's just 5 regular hits. And let's see if we can block this stuff. And it also says for every hit done by a Hellbat, not for every wound. So I think I need to take 5 horror hits as well. Well, let's do our melee damage first. So I'm gonna roll 5. His defense is a 4+. So let's see what we can do here. Oh man, I only blocked 1. So that's 4 that are coming through. Fortunately, they're only 1 damage each. So he takes 4 wounds. And then I also need to get 5 horror hits. This Bear Claw gives me a reroll and a single willpower roll, so that's good at least. So let's see if I can block this. I need a 4+ on these. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then I can reroll 1. All right, I blocked every one of those. Okay, so that's these 2 Hellbats. Next is the attacks against the Lawman. So roll an 8 again on a 3+. 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 misses. That was a 1. 3 misses and 5 hits. So same. That's kind of interesting. On the dice there. All right, so we got 5 hits. Let's do the melee stuff first. So, all right, rolling 5, and I need a 4+ on my defense. I was able to block 2, and 3 go through, so I take 3 wounds. Okay, and then I also have to block 5 horror hits. Need 4 or higher. That's a 1, 2. So I miss on 3, so I have to take 3 sanity loss on that one. Okay. Jeez, all that just for Hellbats. Okay, next on the initiative, we've got a 4 on the slashers, 0 on the corpse pile, 1 on Hungry Dead. So Indian Scout beats out everything, so he's going to get to go first. Okay. Question here. This sheriff badge, it will give me +2 shots with a gun or +2 combat during their next activation. Do I have to use that only on the Lawman's turn? Or can I use it now? I really don't know. See if I can maybe find it on a reference thing quick. I kind of have a feeling I'm not going to find it quickly here. Yeah, I'm not going to find that quickly, so I got to make a judgment call here. I'm going to say that it has to be done on his turn. The Indian Scout will still get the benefit because it does say during their next activation. So I think I can use it on his turn take advantage of it, and then the Indian Scout on the next turn will be able to use it. So let's go with that. If y'all have any corrections there, let me know. All right, so Indian Scout. Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna either be okay. So do I have to take care of these Hellbats? Sure, it would be nice to get rid of them. The corpse piles would be nice to get rid of too, because I think that they're gonna end up spawning stuff, or at least possibly spawning stuff. Well, let's roll for movement. Ooh, we get a grit because we rolled a 1. So, now the Hungry Dead have fear. Heroes starting their activation adjacent. You know what? I'm starting my activation adjacent to this guy. So I believe I need to take a horror hit. Let's see if we can block this. I did not. And we're still in the same turn, so I don't believe I can use this Bear Claw another time. So I gotta take that. I'll take a sanity hit there, or sanity loss. So we're at 4 with him. I gotta decide what to do. Okay, so the bandages that I have here, I've got 4 wounds. Do I want to use that now? I gotta figure out how that works. Like, I think I got the cards somewhere for these things. Here we go. Bandage token. Discard to heal D6 wounds. I wonder if that would be a good idea right now, just to be safe. Yeah, let's do it. So D6 wounds. Only 2. But it's something. Okay. Oh man. I'm kind of at a loss here to try to figure out what to do. I would love to get rid of those Hellbats. It's kind of nasty. So let's I'm gonna use my carbine. And we're gonna take 3 shots. They're all gonna have to go against these 3, but I like having 3 potential shots instead of just 2. So let's see what happens. So I needed a 4+, I only got 1. I'm gonna use a grit and re-roll both of these. Oh, look at that. That's 2 criticals. That's awesome. Okay. So I think what I'm going to actually do, since the Hungry Dead have nasty defense, is I might use a critical on him. Since he is adjacent, I can. But for now, let's see what happens with a regular hit. I'm going to go against this Hellbat right here. And we need a 3 or higher to kill him, because they've got 2 defense. Alright, that's a 4, so he is dead. Great. That hit is done. Let's go ahead and do a critical against the Hungry Dead. So I think it's an automatic kill, because they just have 1 health, and this bypasses it. So there we go. He's dead. And then we got a critical against the Hellbats, and they've only got 1 health, so this would be an automatic kill as well. So I feel like that was a very successful roll there. The grit use gave me 2 critical shots. So I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Big time. We might have some hope here. All right, so next on the initiative chain would be Lawman and the Slashers. But the Slashers are going to beat out the Lawman, so Slashers is going to go here. He's got 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can reach both of us. And I think if somebody on Facebook, in the Facebook group, had mentioned that in terms of finding out who has the most targeting them, if it's of the same type, So it could be the Lawman, possibly. Let me see if I can find it here. Hero attacks. I gotta read about hero movement first. Or, enemy movement. Let's see here. Oh, that's hero attacks, no wonder. Okay. So enemy movement. Activate an enemy type as discussed above. All enemies of a specific type are activated together. There's only one of them. They choose targets and move one at a time. The first enemy model targets a random hero that they can reach within move distance. That enemy is said to be targeting. Next, we'll target a different random hero with the least number of enemies of that type. Okay. So it could be either. So evens, Lawman, odds, Indian Scout. It's evens, so it is the Lawman. So he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hopefully this doesn't go too poorly. Fear 2, that doesn't apply, but we do, and the chitin plating doesn't apply. Oh, no, it does. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. So he's got a combat of 2, and he's got a d6 damage, and he needs, he'll hit on a 3+. So let's see how this goes. That is 2 successful hits. Okay, let me see if I can block that with a 4+. Hey, that's 2 blocks. Excellent. Okay, so we are all right with the slashers. Now it is the Lawman's turn. He's very surrounded here. Let's go ahead and use the sheriff's badge, which is going to give him +2 shots. And then on the next Indian Scout's turn, he will get +2 shots or +2 combat. So instead of 3, we're going to get an extra 2. All right, so we need a 4+ to hit. Awesome, we've got 1 critical and 3 regular hits. And then I'm going to use laying down the law to re-roll. And that's a miss, but that's all right. We've got 4 hits that we're working on here. Who do I want to take out? So the slasher's got the chitin plating. Critical hits only reduce slasher's defense to 2 rather than 0. I feel like it might be a really good idea to use it on him, because he is kind of the nastier one. And his fear is worse. I think he's ultimately worse than the Hellbats. And here's here's a question. The side bag tokens, like dynamite, does this count as my attack? Or can I throw it as a separate attack altogether? It seems like with the bandages, you don't have to use it as an attack. So does dynamite count as an attack? I really don't know. You know what? I'm going to Google it real quick, because it could make a big difference. Let's see. Okay, Shadows of Brimstone. Does dynamite count as attack? Hopefully we can find a quick answer here. Let's see. Somebody's saying, I think it counts as an attack. I think... I'm not finding a good answer in this thread. Let me just check another one real quick here. All right, so since you do have to make a roll to see if it successfully hits or bounces or whatever, I think that we will say that it does count as an attack. So, yeah, I think it's more. Yeah, we already rolled with our gun because we're using our sheriff's badge. So we're just gonna stick with that and ignore the dynamite for now. So let's use our critical hit here on the slasher, and it's gonna reduce his defense down to 2. So let's get a good roll here. 3. So we've done 1 wound against the slasher. I'll place it here since there's only 1. So that's not great. I wish it was better. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my amulet of Heimdall. Once per adventure, add an extra d6 damage to a single hit. Oh, come on. Only rolled a 1. What a bummer. So we do an extra wound. So we've got 2 on him. Now I got to get really lucky here. So let's see what happens. That's a 5. His defense is 4, so he takes 1 wound. Okay, we got 2 more shots here. Yeah, let's go for him. Come on. 5. We did 1 more. He's at 4 out of 6. Now, if we can manage to roll a 6 here, we would kill him, and that would be pretty awesome. Okay, so I got a call on my phone, which is also my camera, and that stopped the video. So I think, just to recap, just in case, I was able to do only 5 wounds to the slasher, so it did not die. It still has 1 left. So that's kind of a bummer, but all right, so it's okay. That's all we can do. I did use my amulet of Heimdall, and I only got 1 on the roll. So that could have been way more effective. And I didn't have any grit to re-roll that, which also would have been cool. All right, so Lawman is done. And now next in the chain are the Hungry Dead. So let's see, this one is the closest. They've got they only have a movement of 2. So 1, 2. Interesting. I didn't know they moved so little. So let's see, 1, 2. These 2 are the only ones that can actually get to the Indian Scout. So let's just go ahead and do that. Sorry, buddy. 1, 2. And 1, 2. The rest are just going to move closer. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. All right, so we've got 2 incoming attacks from the Hungry Dead on the Indian Scout. They've got a combat of 1, so we'll roll 2 dice. They need a 4+ to do damage. So that is 1. I don't know why I rolled white. Should have rolled red. Maybe it would have been better. That's all right. So we've got 1 incoming hit that's going to do 3 damage unless I can block it. So we need to roll a 4 or higher, which we don't. So I'm going to take 3 wounds, which puts me up to 5. 5. So I'm at half health with the Indian Scout there. All right, that is the end of the Hungry Dead, and now the corpse pile. So these things cannot move. They've got fear, but nobody has started adjacent to them. And then spawner. At the end of each fight round, roll a d6 for each corpse pile. On a 4+, place 1 new Hungry Dead adjacent to it. If there are no empty spaces adjacent, instead every hero adjacent to the corpse piles takes 1 hit. All right, so we got to roll 2. I'm going to roll 1 for this one first. That's a 1. That's a failure. No spawn. Awesome. And this one, it's a 2. So nothing. It's perfect. Okay, so we are at the end of the round here, and we got to roll to hold back the darkness. 6. Ooh, we've got doubles though. So I guess I'm assuming that this still happens when you are in the middle of a fight. We've got this depth event chart. When doubles are rolled, instead of moving the darkness, a depth event occurs. Okay. So we rolled double threes, so we look at the 3 here, creeping darkness. The darkness is always searching for a way out. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Okay, so we've got a growing dread, and I don't know what happens in this case. Are we supposed to draw one? Or because we're on the last fight, we ignore it? I have no idea. Please let me know. Let's see what it is. You loosen your collar and unbutton your shirt as a powerful wave of heat rolls over you from ahead, draining your energy and causing a sweat. All heroes lose 1 grit. We'll just say, because I don't want to, cheat myself out of anything, we're going to say that I do have to resolve this. So all heroes lose 1 grit. There's nothing to lose on the Lawman, but the Indian Scout does have one, so he will lose it. All right. Here we go. Indian Scout starts his turn. He is adjacent to both the slashers, a slasher, and 2 hungry dead. Slasher has fear 2, so he's going to take 2 horror hits. He's next to 2 hungry dead, which is 2 more, so that's 4 horror hits. Let's see if we can block those. We need a 4+. None. I can use my Bear Claw to reroll 1. Okay, we blocked that one. So we've got 3 incoming sanity damage. So I'm at 4, so I'll have to be at 7. There we go. All right. Now he's benefiting from this sheriff's badge because it is his next activation. So we get +2 to something. Now, do I want to use my Indian hatchet and roll 4, or the carbine and roll 5? I do like the +1 damage. I think that might help, especially against the hungry dead. So let's let's give that a shot, I think. So we'll roll 4 using the Indian hatchet. And we'll see how this goes. We need a 4 up. So we got 2. I can re-roll 1 to hit roll with my heightened senses. All right, so that's 3 successful hits, no criticals. And man, I really want that slasher dead. So I've got +1 damage, which means I need to roll a 4 or higher to get the last wound on this guy. 1, that's a failure. 3, that's a failure. 5, there we go. We managed to fully wound the slasher, and he is dead and gone from here, so that's good. I'm glad to have him gone, although that's his turn, unfortunately. Okay, so then, let's get rid of, let's hide his card. Okay, next is going to be the Hellbats. Oh crap, I did that wrong. It should have been the Hellbats first. They're going to, actually, they do change targets each turn. Shoot. I kind of played that out wrong. But, all right, let's see what happens here. How does this work? If I'm going to do this guy first, is this guy considered targeting him and therefore he'd have to go after the Indian Scout? Or are they technically not targeting anything Or does change targets mean that they literally will go to a different target and where you don't have to roll? I'm not sure how to play that out. Let's just roll, I guess. So evens are Lawman, odds are Indian Scout. It's odd, so we'll bring this guy up here. And then this guy will stay on the Lawman. So let's see. We'll attack the Indian Scout first. He's got combat of 3, and he's hitting on a 3+. He is void, so he's got actually a +1. Let's see what happens. All right, that is 4 hits. So let's see if I can block it. And this is the Indian Scout, that's right. Come on, let's block these. Oh, wonderful. So I block 3 and just take 1 for 1 damage. That's not so bad. Could have been worse. And then also because he's got Nightmarish, I have to take 4 horror hits. And I was able to block 2. And I'll use my Bear Claw to reroll 1. And got it. So I only take 1 sanity hit. He's getting dangerously low here. He's at 8 out of 10. Okay, next against the Lawman. Okay, that's 2 hits. Let's see if we can block those. Block 1, so I take 1 hit for 1 damage. So I'm at 4 wounds in the Lawman, and then we'll see if we can block the 2 horror hits. We block just 1, so he will take 1 sanity loss there. Okay, so Hellbats are done. It seems like the slasher would have played out the same. He'd be in the same location. So let's just go ahead and keep that as is. Indian Scout's turn is done, and slashers are no more. Next initiative in the track is the Lawman. So I don't know if I rolled for movement on the Scout. Did I? I would have gotten a 2, let's say. Okay, so rolling for movement on Lawman. A 2. But I'm just going to stay right there. Now I'm curious about rolling the dynamite and trying to send it out here or something. I know that it could be bad for our Indian Scout. Maybe I'll roll it to here. Try to do some damage. How does that work? Range is strength +3, so I've got 3 strength, so it could be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's fine. And it does D3 wounds. Do I want to do that, or do I want to get rid of those Hellbats? Oh, and it ignores defense. Okay, I'm definitely throwing the dynamite. Okay, so I'm going to pick my target. I'd love to pick right here because it would do so much more, but I don't want him to be involved, so I'm going to pick... I guess either way is the same. I'm going to pick right here. This is our target spot. So I have to roll ranged, because it is a ranged attack. So I need to do a 4+. Ooh, I miss. So it's going to bounce D3 times. Oh, it's going to bounce 3 times. This could be bad. And all right, so here's our bounce diagram. So the dynamite right now is here, but it's going to bounce. So first bounce of the 3, 6. It's going to go this way. So the dynamite is now here. Second, 8. Right there. Third, 7. God, that stinks. Crap. I mean, at least it's going to hit this corpse pile, but dang. That could have been so much better. So D6 wounds ignoring defense. 5. Corpse pile has 6 health. Weren't able to quite take it out. But, oh man, that means that 3 of those hungry dead would have been dead. Okay. Alright, so that is the end of the Lawman's turn. Then we go to hungry dead. And let's see, so now, oh, they don't change target. So these 2 are going to stick on there, which means this one's got a movement of 2, this one, okay, so this guy can actually get here. So I think, oh no, he can't move through. That's right, so he's kind of actually stuck. So that means, one of these guys can move a little bit closer. Otherwise, they're just kind of staying there. So we've got 3 attacks from the Hungry Dead onto our Indian Scout here. So this is not looking good for him at all. I'm not pumped about this. So combat 1, hitting on a 4+. Come on. Okay, so 1 hit for 3 damage. Let's see if I can block it. I did not block it. So I take 3 damage. I'm at 9 out of 10. This is not great. All right. Then the corpse piles, they're going to roll to see if they spawn. So we're going to roll on this one first. That is a successful spawn. Put it there. And then on this one, failed. Okay, let's see if we hold back the darkness. 4, 5, 6. We do not. Goes up there. And then it is our turn. So Hellbats are going to go first. I guess they're changing targets. So even is Lawman, odd is Indian Scout. 4. It is Lawman. So I guess we'll have this guy go here, and then this guy is going to choose this one. They just kind of swap spots. So we'll go against the Indian Scout first. 3 combat, 4 combat, 3+. Okay, that's only 1 success. Come on, let's block this. We need this. Yes, we blocked it. We rolled a 5. Buddy's going to take 1 potential sanity. See if we can block that. We did block it with a 5. Now we're rolling on the Lawman with this guy here. So miss, miss, and 2 hits. Okay, so we got 2 hits. Let's block these. 2 blocks. Awesome. Let's block the willpower. 1 block. So I take 1 sanity, so I'm now up to 5 on the Lawman. Okay, Hellbats are done. And now it's our Indian Scout's turn. Oh, let's roll for movement. 5. You know what? I really can't even escape. The only place I can go is way back here. I guess that's possible. So let's see if I can escape the Hungry Dead. Needs a 4+. And to avoid or escape the Hellbats, a 3+. Oh, so I escape both of them. I don't know. Like, do I have to roll separate or just once? I think it's just once. So I actually might move. Whoa. Oh, crap. I'm starting my activation next to 3 Hungry Dead. So that's 3 horror hits. Let's see if I can block those. I blocked just 1. But I'm going to use my heightened senses to re-roll 1. Oh, that was close. So I took 1, which puts me at 9 out of 10 sanity. That's bad news. But I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. All right. Now I'm using my carbine, doing 3 shots. Okay, so we hit with all 3, which is great. So, let's go after these Hellbats. I'm going to target this one first. So we need a 3 or higher. We got a 2, didn't make it. Next, 5. All right, he's dead. And now we're targeting this other one here. 5, he's dead. Sweet. Okay, next in our initiative order is, and this guy's gone, so we can bring this up. Okay, next is going to be our Lawman. So roll for movement. 1, he gets a grit. And so we will move back 1. And I'm going to use my pistol. Let's see what we can do here. 4 plus. Okay, we got 2. I'm going to use my laying down the law. And that's a miss. All right, so we've got 2 successful hits. I'm going to go after this. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, do I go after that spawner? You know, I'm going to try to kill this thing. I just need a 3 or higher. Dang it. Okay, we'll try again. All right, we killed it. So this thing is dead. That's kind of cool. But that's it. All right, so then our Hungry Dead is going to go. This is the only guy that can reach anybody, so he's going to move 2. And the rest will just move up. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so this guy is going to attack our Lawman with 1. He needs a 4 plus. He does hit. I'm going to try to block it with my defense, a 4 plus, and fail, which means I take 3 damage. That stinks. I'm at 4, so we go up to 7. All right. And then we roll to see if this spawner is going to spawn anything. It rolls a 1. That's a failure. So nothing. All right. Now we hold back the darkness. We got enough. We're good. Got 9. All right. So our Indian scout is going to roll for movement. He's got 6. I think I'm going to just stay put where I'm at. And you know what? I'm going to move back 1. Okay. And then I'm going to use my carbine with 3 shots, 4 plus. Oh, that's a failure on all of them. I'm going to use heightened senses to see if I can get 1 reroll and 6. Oh, man. That's awful. Okay, so nothing he could do. We're going to roll for movement on, activation. Got a fear on 1 fear here from the Hungry Dead. And we do not block it, so I take a sanity loss. And then roll for movement. 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3. All right, how's my, line of sight is not good from there. 4. Oh, man. I was right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to be adjacent to him because I might kill him. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, that'd be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to figure out from the center of the tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I only have line of sight on just this guy here. Oh man, this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna go here. Nope, I'm gonna go here. 1, 2, and just hope that I don't roll a 1 or a 2. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we are doing 3 shots with the Peacekeeper pistol. Come on. Okay, I'm using grit to re-roll 2 of them. Got 1 success. Dang. Okay, so only 1 successful here. The Hungry Dead have 4 defense, so I have to have a 5 or a 6 to kill him, which is nothing. Oh, I'm not liking what's going on here. Okay, so then Hungry Dead will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. It's like I gotta get rid of this too. Let's see if he spawns anything. Nope. Okay. So we'll hold back the darkness. We're good. We rolled a 9. Okay. Indian Scout, come on, let's do this. 3 shots. Or let's roll for movement. Sorry. 4. I'm gonna move back 2. And come on. Okay, we got 3 5s. That's 3 successes. Would love a critical here, but it's not working out for us. So I'm going to target this guy first. We need a 5 or a 6. Nothing. 5 or 6. There we go. He's dead. Then I'm going to target this guy right here. 5 or 6. Dang. Okay, then our Lawman gets to go. We'll roll for a move. We've got 4. I'm going to move back right here. And I do have line of sight 1, 2, 3, on these 2 at least. So let's roll 3. Need a 4 up. Okay, so I got 1 success, and I can use my Lay Down the Law for a reroll and fail. Only 1 potential hit here, so I'm going to target this guy. 5 or 6. 3, nothing. Yeah, this is just not going well here. But unfortunately, I need to end it here. So I'm not sure if we're going to end up being successful or not, but I think we got the gist of the game play, and yeah, so I'd love your feedback. Did I get anything wrong? Let me know, and we'll take it from there. But eventually I definitely want to start up a solo campaign and get this going, because this is definitely pretty cool. Definitely takes longer than I expected for even a little mission like this, because there's not a lot of tiles here. But yeah, interesting. I'm definitely intrigued. So yeah, if you tuned in, thanks for watching. If you're giving feedback, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. Let's get these rules right. And hopefully we'll be starting up a campaign soon. Thanks for watching.